We are coming to you live from $1 Million Studios. Your boys, Chris Speez,
a.k.a. Powder White,
and the benchmark of professional wrestling, Mr. Silky Baines,
a.k.a. Black Royalty.
Speez and the Benchmark Show on a Monday night, September 10, 2018. Thank you so much for being with us. Whether you're on Periscope, over on the YouTubes, we appreciate you checking us out. Hope you'll share the program, retweet, share it out to all your Periscope followers. Keep those super hearts coming. We appreciate that. As always, we got the tip jar down at the bottom, tinyurl.com/SB tip jar. We had a couple folks, couple more folks dropping tips last week. So that was a beautiful thing. And you might notice something a little bit different about the graphics. For the first time ever, Silky.
First time ever.
We're taking your phone calls live on the program.
And of course, and what you need to do is call 832-93-SILKY.
How beautiful is that? 832-93-SILKY. That's 832-937-4559.
And sounds better if you say 93-SILKY.
You know what we need to do is we need to make a little, we're going to have to make some little jingle or something like that. You know, have somebody that, sings a little song or something, little ditty, if you will, so that folks will know what's going on.
Not that ditty?
No, not that one. Okay. Mac Diesel already dropping super hearts for us. Thank you very much, sir. Great to see everybody in the Periscope room there, and we're getting the chat going right now so that I can keep track of all you guys.
Alistair Fiend's already in there.
That's good to hear.
Adam Awesome, Francisco White.
Some new names. That's always good.
Mac Diesel, of course. Ted Babaruski.
Babaruski's in the house. Good to see you as well, sir. And all right.
And Raw
just checking out our
very interesting tonight.
Yeah, you think so?
Well, not really, but I mean the ending was good. I kind of bet on the wrong pony because I figured it would be another thing of Braun Strowman beating down the Shield, and then so that's why I wore my Get These Hand shirts, because if anything I've learned from Bobby Heenan is you go with whoever's winning at the moment.
That's right. That's right. You see, Alistair Fiend was already singing your song there, the 832-93 Silky. He loves it. It's already catching on with people.
And then he got Samoan dropped off the announce table through the stage.
All right then.
I bet on the wrong pony, so now I'm a Roman Reigns fan. Where's Roman? Bring Roman into the shot.
Roman's over here. He's going to talk. He's going to go, ooh.
Yeah.
He's just going to yell.
I can and I will.
There you go.
Yeah, you will. Samoan drop.
He will. So, like we said, folks, give us a call. 832-93-SILKY, 832-937-4559. We'll get you in live on the program to chat with us about Monday Night Raw. Before we begin, though, it was NFL kickoff season this past weekend.
Our teams played, didn't they?
Yeah, and this is the bad thing about it being an NFL season. When you live in Houston and your team perennially gets its ass kicked by the Patriots, who just so happen to be the favorite team of the guy sitting next to you.
Yes, it was great.
Yeah, well, as bad as it was for me, it was not as bad for me as it was for one Seth Rollins, who, if you don't know, is a huge Chicago Bears fan. And depending on how well the Bears do, he will tweet out his like or dislike of football. And for those of you that don't know, Bears were playing in Lambeau Field. They built up a 17-point lead, knocked out the Packers starting quarterback. He comes in the second half basically on one leg and leads them back from...
Did you watch the interview?
Yeah, it was crazy.
That motherfucker was high as shit.
It was totally nuts.
Was like, I am high on my ass.
So they came all the way back and beat Seth Rollins' Bears, blew a huge 20-point fourth quarter lead. And this was Seth Rollins' reaction to the Chicago Bears blowing that lead. Quote, "I hate football more than I've ever hated football in my entire life."
Yes, I mean, and
Seth,
I'm sure you can relate to
up.
that being, the Texans lost.
Hey, at least we didn't blow a 20-point fourth quarter lead, so we got that going for us.
Yeah, you did not. I mean, you were nowhere near getting a lead. I think no at all. Like started with the fumble, and then the Gronk spike touchdown.
Yeah, I mean,
I was texting you.
It's terrible,
and you weren't responding. It was kind of hurting my feelings.
Well, that's okay because
I was texting you minute by blow analysis of how my Patriots were beating the shit out of the Texans.
This was no surprise. I picked the Patriots to win. Nobody cares about football. Actually, they all care about football. But let's talk some wrestling. So first up, before the show even got started, we had big news for Monday Night Raw as Renee Young becomes the first full-time female announcer on Monday Night Raw. She will replace Jonathan Coachman on a permanent basis, Coach is moving over to the WWE Network to host the pre-shows for the pay-per-view starting this Sunday with Hell in a Cell. What's your take on Renee Young getting the full-time gig away from Coach there?
I mean, I'm not mad at it. I mean, she did a good job. I do like she's getting new, or she's new to it, so I like how they kind of try to sneak in correcting her. Like, for example, the Finn Balor match.
When she started cheering like crazy for Finn Balor.
She's like, yeah, you got to be. And then I forgot, Corey Graves made some comment that was just had me rolling, and it was involving when Ambrose and them came back, Ambrose and Rollins. And I wish I should have wrote it down because it was kind of funny. It was like just a little bitty jab at her.
Well, she'll be fine. I think people are overstating how good she's going to be, and perhaps overstating how bad Coach was. Although he wasn't
bad. I mean, he was just. I mean, time has evolved since when he was doing it.
Yeah, that's true.
He was great in his time, but that was 15 fucking years ago.
Yeah, and while Renee, I think Renee is great. She doesn't really do it for me, and that's not to say I don't like her. She's obviously very popular with the fans. She's very popular with the people in WWE. If you just look and see how quickly she's risen, and she's not bad to look at either. Hello to Brooke and Double G Gaming over there on the YouTubes there. And I agree with you, Double G. Corey and Renee definitely have a good chemistry on commentary. Look, Corey Graves has good chemistry with just about everybody. I think he's underrated in how good a job he does. Him. And thank you, Get the Tables, for the Super Hearts, by the way. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I just don't like him.
You're not feeling Corey Graves.
I'm not feeling Corey Graves. Like, it's not, and it's just not my style. Like, I feel like they're trying to recreate something that was like organic, and that was like the natural heel. Like Bobby Heenan was a heel.
That's true.
Natural heel, even to some extent before he got all puppy crazy. Jerry Lawler was naturally a heel. So I feel like he comes off as forced, like he's trying to play the heel role.
That's fair.
I mean, that's just my take.
It works for me. I think he plays well off the other announcers, because if you just had the two of them sitting there just kind of playing it straight, you got to have somebody to mix it up a little bit. So even if it is forced a little bit, I just enjoy the dynamic that he has going on there.
No effects. Can we bring back Abraham Washington?
Abraham Washington.
A.W. What was it?
I don't even remember.
I forgot what it was, but it was fun.
No effects.
Wait, they did,
because he knows.
They did.
They
Leo
brought back
Rush. That's essentially what Leo Rush's gimmick is now.
We're going to get to that in just a minute. Give us a call, folks, if you want to join in on the discussion. 832-93 Silky, 832-937-4559. Taking your calls live here on the show. So we had the Shield come out at the beginning again and attack the entire roster, since basically they got their ass kicked by the entire roster last week. So that in turn set up a series of events that eventually got down to Dolph and Drew McIntyre defending the tag team titles against Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose this weekend at Hell in a Cell. Now, there's a couple things about this, but first of all, any interest in seeing Rollins and Ambrose chasing those titles?
I'm interested in this match. Like, I don't know. I don't want to see it like a long period thing, but for the actual match itself, it's going to be awesome. Like,
yeah, I mean, those guys will put on a show for sure.
They'll definitely put on a show, but long term, no, I don't want to see a bunch of matches. I mean,
do you see them winning the titles? Because we keep hearing that the Shield are going to be taking all the titles eventually.
Yeah.
You see them winning the titles?
I mean, I don't not see it.
Here's why that would be tragic, and that I'm going to be the one to talk about this, because my boys, the Revival, once again getting fucking ignored because they don't get they don't get a shot at the titles tonight, even though they got robbed of their opportunity last week, and then they don't get a shot at Hell in a Cell either. They just immediately get jumped by Rollins and Ambrose, and they've got the title shot coming up.
Yeah, that sounds about a pretty.
And you're okay with that, I'm sure.
I am pretty okay with that.
Son of a bitch. Somebody out there.
What do you think, honestly? Do you think? Let's go to one of our callers and see what they have to say.
Let's do that. We're going to head out to Virginia. Our buddy Sean is with us on the program. What's going on, Sean? How are you?
What's going on, Chris? What's going on, Silky?
Sean Neutron of another podcast host who we very much like, the Squared Circle Sound Off with Sean Neutron, Sean O'Brien. So be sure to check him out.
SoundCloud.com /Sean-Neutron on Thursday nights. Thank you very much.
There you go. You're welcome.
Yeah, guys, just loving what you guys are doing, and caught Raw. And the one thing I have to talk about is that, do you think that Mick Foley to Hell in a Cell is like Stephanie McMahon to the women's division? They just want to shoehorn him in there every time.
It's not a bad comparison, actually,
really
because
not. I mean,
every year when Hell in a Cell rolls around, we're going to see Mick Foley getting tossed off the top of the cell and thrown through the cell and into thumbtacks and everything like that.
Yeah, putting him in this match, I don't think he needed to be in this match, but I mean, he's not wrong on that.
It is the 20th anniversary, is it not, of that match?
Yeah,
so
it is, but I mean, Undertaker's not involved. You know, there's no reason for him to be referee in this match. I mean, the whole point of the match is it's contained. Like, normally when you have that worker that's a special guest referee, it's to combat people trying to come in and, you know, get involved in the match.
Right.
But the whole point of the fucking cell
is that
to stop people
aren't going to get involved in the match.
So you don't need a special ref. So I guarantee you, Negro Damas.
You got to get your music going here. Sorry, we're sleeping on the music.
There we go. Negro Damas moment says he will probably end up bleeding in this match as the referee.
No, even in the PG era?
I think that he...
Oh, yes, even in the PG era.
Go ahead, Sean. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, buddy.
No, you're good. You're good. I think that it's, you know, they love to just have him come in and give this serious promo and every single time, and it's like, how many Mick Foley serious promos can we see?
Hey, look, they've demonstrated that if they can bring back anybody from that turn of the century era, whether it be Undertaker or Triple H or Mick Foley or Shawn Michaels, to cut a few promos to generate some interest, they're more than happy to do that for sure. So where do you come out on my where do you come out on my boys, the Revival, getting screwed over on the tag team titles?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I really think that these guys have worked hard. I think they're really talented, and that they should be getting more of a rub.
Sean,
and
no, this is what
I love the Revival, man.
I was just waiting for you to say "fuck the Revival."
No way,
just to get at Chris.
Sean's better than
I like
that.
the Revival.
All right, well, gang, follow Sean on Twitter at Sean Neutron, and check out the Squared Circle Sound Off. He's always got great interviews going on with guys in the indie scene. Sean, you're making history here. Very first caller on the Speeds and the Benchmark show, so we appreciate it, man.
There we go. I appreciate it, guys. Keep up the good work, and I'll talk to you guys on Twitter.
Sounds good, buddy. Thanks so much, Sean, for calling in. We appreciate it. Sean Neutron with us on the program. Remember, you can get in as well, 832-93 Silky, 832-937-4559 if you want to talk on the program here. So, the way we arrived at this tag team title match was Seth and Dean confronting Constable Corbin backstage, and apparently having something on Constable Corbin that almost led to him being arrested, and instead he managed to weasel his way out of it by giving them this title match coming up this weekend.
Yes, and what I found was interesting, I don't know how many people noticed, but when Dean Ambrose went out and talked to the cop in the hallway and was thanking him, if you look on his name tag said Ambrose too. So kind of implied that, like, that's a family member. That's why he was just like, hey, next time I get arrested, I'm going to call you. And he was like, anytime. It's because that was like a family member. So, and I'm thinking it's probably that whole Napoleonic law. I think it was he got his family, that's a cop, to tell Corbin some bullshit because Corbin's too dumb
to realize it.
To realize that's bullshit to get them a title match.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I do like the semantics of it of, hey, you said the Shield was gone. This is just Seth Rollins and
which was pretty
Dean
funny.
Ambrose.
Which was pretty funny. Thank you very much, Alistair Fee, for the super hearts there. Let's get caught up on some of these comments. Tyler RPG with us on YouTube wants to see Kevin Owens get thrown off the cell again, please. I think the whole Braun versus Kevin rivalry was hilarious and awesome. I totally agree with you there. C Nation guy says Foley will take a cell bump. I can't see it.
Yeah, he will.
You think 100%. He will?
I mean, 100%. I
that
guarantee
guy
you.
is completely
here's the spot.
insane. Another Negro Damas? Oh, shit.
Yeah, another
we got
Negro
too early in the show.
There's going to be a spot where Mick Foley's on that apron, and they go charging, and one of them moves. He hits Foley, and Foley jumps back into the cell.
Okay, I could see it. I mean, I feel bad for the guy because, good Lord, the way he gets around these days, it's It's nuts. No effect says Constable Corbin is Corporate Kane reincarnated. Yeah, we've seen that way too much, which is unfortunate. Well, while I'm disappointed that my boys, the Revival, will not be getting their title shot, it's coming.
I mean,
it's coming sooner rather than later.
And
well, I hope it's sooner rather than later.
Well, only way I see it honestly playing out and I'm speaking from more of a booking standpoint, is have Ziggler and McIntyre, cheat to keep the titles, have to defend against the Revival because, there's got to be some. Revival aren't the type of dudes to take that line down, come back, get a title match, and to fuck over McIntyre and Ziggler, the Shield, help Revival win the tag team titles.
Yeah, I could see that happening as well. And I wouldn't have a problem with that either.
I wouldn't say help, but I think
just get their belts on the fucking Revival already, or at least get them in the constipated Corbin. Alistair Fiend said.
Constipated Corbin. I like that.
Yeah, just get them in a spot where they're in meaningful matches. At least we could at least
we can say
we could at least see that.
I can settle on that.
What's up, Knucklehead? Says Joseph Cavalier. Welcome to you, sir. Glad to have you with us. You guys continue to share the program if you would, and like I said, you want to call in live to the program here and share your thoughts on tonight's Monday Night Raw, don't hesitate to do so. We are taking your phone calls here tonight and look forward to hearing from you. So let's move along to another guy that's generating a lot of discussion, not necessarily for the greatest of reasons. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, who I think they missed out on a huge opportunity with Kevin Owens to do something with this I quit angle.
I mean,
instead of having him just immediately come back the following week.
Yeah, I mean, it's CM Punk all over again. He didn't stay gone long.
Yeah.
You, like Jim Cornette says, I can't miss you if you're not gone. But what I didn't like about it, I love the new Kevin Owens persona. It's more going back to
he's kicking
NXT,
ass. He's power bombing people off the.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
But then you do it for the most horrible of reasons because you took out my friend, my best friend, Sami Zayn.
I know.
That was fucking stupid. Why?
Yeah.
I don't like you that you drawing your eyebrows. I don't, something.
Anything other than
literally
my
anything.
buddy got hurt and it was your fault. Oh, Dr. Huge show in the house. How do you like that, folks? Give us a call, Dr. Huge, if you like. We always welcome your input into the program here. I agree with Mafia there that he came back too soon, so that's kind of a pain. KO was promoted for the Australia Super Show, so that's probably why he came back.
Because I think it's a tag match. It's KO and Jinder against Cena and
I want to see. I want to say that I saw something like that as
Cena
well.
and somebody else.
Yeah. Tyler says I'd rather see him quit. Ever since he lost the spotlight, he's been a whiny baby, which is true.
Which is true. Which I think he's trying. That's what they're trying to get him away from that.
Having him power bomb people off the apron and kick ass and just leave people in a heap is a step in the right direction.
It's a
but
step,
don't do the Sami Zayn bullshit.
It's just silly, it was man. Really, really bad. I love why his rationale behind it was horrible.
Somebody voted down Bobaruski's comment on Periscope. Sorry about that, Bobaruski. I don't know
what
what you say, man. That's what it's all about. I guess we got to take the says we got to take the moderation off, or maybe people just downvoted it because it was so horrific. Bobaruski, how about that? I don't know. Probably not. Give us a call, folks. 832-93-SILKY on.
No, you got to say it right. 832-93-SILKY.
This is as bad as Too Sweeting. This is going to be right under Too Sweeting as things that I refuse to do. Double G says they should have had KO return on Sunday. Have Corbin announce that Strowman gave up the briefcase. So he gave it to Owens so he could return. Then he cashes in on the winner of the Cell match.
That's not a good idea.
You don't like the idea? Well, I like the idea of him coming back on Sunday.
Yeah, but why would Braun give up the whole? Yeah, that's bad. But that part of it's bad.
We shall see. If HBK returns for a tag match, is it really a comeback? Well, I guess if he's in the ring,
technically,
you would consider it a.
Yeah, because I just read. I think that in Saudi Arabia, next time they go, Undertaker is tapped for a tag team match. So the talk is Taker and Kane against Michaels and Triple H.
I could see them doing that because the folks in Saudi Arabia would definitely like to have as many big names as they possibly can. See, Joseph Cavalier, that sounds like 432 Get Fame. You were talking about that
Yes,
shit earlier.
that's why I did
He
it.
was actually singing that song earlier today, which is totally ridiculous. We got another caller on the line. Let's go to Nico with us on the Speez and the Benchmark show. What's up, Nico? How you doing, sir?
This is Juanito.
Oh, Juanito! See, it's the talk to text. It gave you, it spelled it Nico instead of Juanito. What's going on, man? Juanito from the West Coast.
Listen, you guys know, keep up the good show. Amen. All right, that's it.
I appreciate it, man. Well, thank you for the call. Good luck to your Chargers, man. Juanito calling in on the program after his Chargers took a tough loss this weekend.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they do, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I mean, Philip Rivers looked great. I mean,
Yes, he did.
I mean, I'm not liking him because the person I was playing in fantasy football had him, and so they like fucking destroyed me. But that's only because I made the dumb mistake of sitting Randall Cobb, who hasn't done shit in like 3 years,
And then he goes off.
and then
It's
like
completely
30
awesome.
points on my bench. It was horrible.
Bob Ruski says it was just him saying that Foley doesn't like being known as the guy that getting thrown off the cell. So I don't know what happened there, man. We'll take a look at the settings there, Bob Ruski. Sorry to have you kicked off there. That's no good. When Strowman gave Baron the briefcase, Double G says, remember, it's wrestling, so they can do anything. That's true. I still think that Corbin is going to find some way to weasel his way into cashing in the briefcase himself.
Yeah, I mean, that would be horrible, but
you could see it happening.
more
You could
plausible.
totally see him doing that because he's that kind of guy. Let's move along to and what about KO and Bobby Lashley? You have any interest in KO and Bobby Lashley?
I do actually.
I think if there's,
Because, I mean, look at, no offense to Sami Zayn, but this is a way better matchup for Bobby Lashley.
oh, totally agree.
So, and way better than Lashley and Elias, which I don't know, that shit went nowhere.
Yeah, nothing came of that. Literally nothing came
not
from
a
that.
fucking match, nothing. So, but it's much better than a matchup, and this is what I want to see from Lashley. Like I love the stuff he did with Reigns. Like I want to see him in these. I just don't want to hand it like because he's been there before that he's like the next big thing. Like he's got to re-earn that stuff because it's been so much has changed since he left.
Right.
So I mean, it's like a step to him re-earning everything.
That's fair. Listen, I think Kevin Owens can get a good match out of just about anybody.
Pretty
I think
much.
that guy's that talented. Again, I think they kind of missed the opportunity to do some really cool stuff with him with this quitting angle. But hey, no worries on Kevin Owens delivering a solid match, especially if it's, putting him against a hoss like Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a lot of fun. NoFX says, what do you guys think about Drake Maverick as AOP manager? He toned down the attire a little bit this week.
It's still stupid.
It's still a little ridiculous
God,
because
it's so bad.
he looks like a
child.
Well, it's like a Ken doll almost. Like the hair is so perfect and he's just so.
No, why? This makes no sense. It really doesn't. I want to know why. Why would you get rid of your manager, Paul Ellering? Paul fucking Ellering.
I don't
Hall
know.
of Famer. Road Warriors.
You gotta
he did that
wonder-
shit. They got rid of him, and then they got Drake fucking Maverick. That is like having a fucking 7 Series BMW and trading it in for a Pinto. Like, it makes no sense.
I don't have that
why.
problem, but
And I still want, did you ever do the dig in the crates for when you said it was a good thing that they let Paul Ellering go?
Oh, no, I need to do that.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Because that's a bunch of horseshit.
No,
Somebody thinks that I said that.
You 100% said that
I
shit.
absolutely did not.
You did.
Let's see. He just needs to wear a casual suit. I'm totally with you there. Joseph Cavalier says, did Bobby Lashley bump his head and get half goofy all of a sudden? I thought the accent was fake at first. And 205 guys all over Raw. You had Leo Rush in there with Lashley looking like a freaking 12-year-old next to Lashley.
He did.
Leo Rush is a little guy to begin with.
Yeah, he is really small.
You put him in there next to one of the big. It's so odd because the same shit happened
like
to him on NXT a while ago when he had that match against Lars Sullivan before he went away for a while and then came back as this new character. But you put him in there with these gargantuan guys, he's gonna look like a fucking teenager.
Yeah,
You're not doing him any favors.
Unfortunately, he's realizing that life. The grass ain't greener always in the E. I'm pretty sure they're relocating him to manager because of his size. He doesn't pose like a visual threat or anything like that. He's impressive as shit. Like,
He's so fucking quick.
yeah, he is so quick,
So athletic.
But I mean, with the size of the land in the WWE, he just isn't big enough. And I'm not saying it to be like a sizist, I guess you would call it. But I mean, when you look at Leo Rush, he doesn't look threatening at all.
No, he doesn't.
Like,
especially when you put him next to. I don't understand why they're putting him next to these guys.
I mean, it seems like he's doing a cross between the whole Abraham Washington gimmick and Titus O'Neil.
Something like that. A lot of folks chiming in that maybe it was the work schedule for Paul Ellering. Didn't want to hit the road as much.
Oh,
could be.
I mean, that could be true.
I wonder how much of a road schedule AOP has. I mean, it's
how much we ain't up until recently. You ain't see those motherfuckers for like months.
well, you still got the house show schedule. They probably do. They probably do a lot more on the house show circuit. Ellering denied the rumor, but come on now. I think we all know it's because of age. He is getting up there.
Yeah, he is old.
Maverick looks so weird, but he has a cute face, says Brooke. So we get the female perspective there.
Yes.
If you were going to describe him, cute face would probably be about as good a description as you could get.
No, it's
Not you personally,
Yeah,
but
no, I would not.
the general you is what I'm saying.
Oh.
And Drake is okay, but he should be rocking one of his signature super loud, ugly suits. I totally agree. I definitely do that for sure. Let's get to Ronda Rousey in action in a match. So that's good. We actually got to see Ronda in action tonight. A little bit. Tag match. She and Natalya taking on Mickie James and Alexa Bliss. What'd you think of Ronda in the tag match? What did you think of... Who's Jerry Curl are we talking about here? I'm sorry.
Foley's.
Mick Foley's Jerry Curl. Yeah, he's bringing back the perm, as Renee says.
Yeah, it was bad. Anyway,
You're Mick Foley, can do whatever the fuck you want at this point. The guy walks out in sweatpants and a ridiculous flannel shirt and basically looks like he just got off the couch.
I mean,
wiping his Cheeto fingers all over his shirt and walked out to the ring.
The guy in Real One or whatever the fuck he wants to be called was talking to at the beginning of that
Enzo Amore video.
Yeah,
the rap song that Silky really likes.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Should I say my description of that?
No, let's please not say your description again. If we're gonna block Bobaruski for his commentary saying that Mick shouldn't get thrown off the cell.
Bobaruski doesn't have a fucking mic right now.
That's true.
I have a mic.
He does not. He does not.
I guess you could technically turn my volume down, but you're not going to do that because controversy creates cash.
Okay, as this is Silky's. Cover your ears, children, if you got any young ones around. But go ahead, dropping the Soul Glow reference.
Big perm.
Oh, give it up for Mr. Randy Watson. That is such a classic movie.
All right, so my thoughts on Enzo Amore's music video was like if a chick got pregnant.
Stop it. This is so offensive.
And then decided to abort the pregnancy. But somehow the aborted baby survives said abortion, and that aborted baby, the survivor, is Enzo Amore's music. There you go, guys.
That's just, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. I mean, I'm right, though. You could say I'm right.
I could, or I could just shake my head in disbelief that you actually said that shit again. But hey, that's kind of what he does.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That's exactly what I said the very first time I hold it. No, we didn't block Bobaruski, Juanito. It's just a mistake on a particular... Yeah, see, Bobaruski. You even offended Bobaruski for crying out loud. But then Alistair Fiend says preach. So
see? Word.
Whatever.
Did
you guys see what Alicia Fox was wearing? WWE is no fashion show. She needs to turn the dress off, says Brooke. Did you see Foxy's getup tonight?
I mean, they're just shitting on her because, remember, it was supposed to be Foxy and Bliss. And basically said she chose Mickey because Mickey was better. But she's supposed to go out there like... And then
Foxy wearing the hat and the...
I don't know, looking...
Reflecting shit all over the...
Rhythm Nation type shit. Like, Rhythm Nation mixed with Michael Jackson, his story.
Yeah, I think Renee Young said...
all types of Jackson shit.
Said she looked like she walked off of a Paula Abdul video shoot.
Oh, see? Dr. Hughes show. Speez.
Speez's eyebrows are weird, right, guys?
See?
Okay, can I tell you the story behind that?
No.
I watched Dr. Huge's show the other day, which you can catch daily at Dr. Huge Show at 6 p.m. normal time. That's 7 p.m. on the East Coast there. And he had Lit Mantis on Friday. And I swear to God, there was something off about Lit Mantis's eyebrows. They were just so perfectly like square, and I don't know if he just plucked them or what. And I came into the show late and I said, did I miss the part where Lit Mantis talked about what he did to his eyebrows? And he hadn't done anything to his fucking eyebrows.
Wow.
Total fucking foot and mouth moment. I had no idea. I felt like a complete turd. So apologies to the Lit Man if he's watching the show here. But we made up on Twitter. We're all good. He understands.
Yeah.
Ronda looked like a serial killer in that post-match backstage segment. They're not doing Ronda any favors with the makeup. Between the Black Swan thing that she had going on last time, and now she's got like the black, mascara. Is that what it is? Eyeliner. I think the eyeliner was all smeared down underneath the...
I thought it was like that football shit like Cam Newton be wearing.
Oh, I didn't think... I hope she didn't do that, because that would be even more ridiculous. Foxy is smoking, if she's in town...
Into white dudes.
Oh, into white dudes. Sorry.
She actually is. She used to date Wade Barrett.
Did not know that.
Boom.
I don't keep up with these relationships.
I don't really.
Couldn't
but
possibly give a shit who
my
these people are
wife
dating.
constantly tells me when she comes on, isn't that the guy? She's the one that like Wade or.
When Silky's not watching Total Bellas or Total Divas,
I don't watch those.
When his wife watches it.
No, she does watch it.
Yeah. I hear you.
I watched the first season because, like, JoJo
fan, huh?
JoJo fan.
All right, then.
I mean, Dana Brooke fan, too. I was sad. I didn't see no
Black
Dana
Man's
Brooke.
Kryptonite. That's
I
right.
know.
She's backstage breaking up a happy home between
Apollo
Crews.
Thing that can break up two brothers. Solidarity.
So
you put me and my
white
brother
woman.
and a white bitch between us.
Oh, my God.
I punch it a bit of face.
Oh,
already.
my goodness. Just... Oh, goodness. All right. Let's get back to Ronda Rousey. Were you impressed with Ronda's ring work tonight?
A little bit more. I mean, she didn't do much in the way of the offensive side, of course, that we hadn't already seen, but like her selling was a lot better.
I will give Ronda that she can sell. She can sell.
She still has ways to go and stuff with the selling, but I mean, this was the first time they portrayed her as something other than fucking invincible.
True, which is nice.
Yeah, which is, I mean, that was good. But other than that, like, what's with the fucking Heidenreich calling your shots? Did you see that when she got up and she was like...
Oh, dude, that was
literally
so hokey.
Go back and listen to it. She's literally like, back up,
yeah,
back up.
Yeah, and the look, the striking stuff has got to go.
Yeah.
Or they've got to be more legit. Like this goofy shit is just, that's silly.
Yeah, I call that the Heidenreich because I wrestled John Heidenreich. Remember Poems and Lil Johnny raped Michael Cole? That Heidenreich?
I totally missed that.
Oh, tall.
I mean, I missed it when it happened, not to say.
But I wrestled him and literally in the match, like we're going over the match. So when he's like, okay, I'm going to hit you, he's like, bam, bam. And then we get out there and do the match. And literally in front of like 500, 600 people, he's like, bam.
He's actually saying bam as he's hitting
actually saying bam as he's hitting me.
Yeah.
And then he licked my face. I didn't like that.
Yeah, it's not cool. That's not cool at all.
But Heidenreich's a good dude.
Yeah, the striking, the throwing the jabs and all the and all that. It's goofy. It's hokey.
I don't mind it because it plays to her background. She's a fucking MMA fighter. She's not doing this like a Shayna Baszler.
I understand, but she's not doing that shit in MMA either. She's
She's
not out there,
because MMA is. I mean, MMA is not as much of a work as WWE.
Much of a work.
Yeah,
it's still a work.
Yeah. But so of course she's not going to do it like that. But I think she's trying to. It's like when you give someone new a little like advice and she takes it too far.
I agree.
Like they're probably telling her, and I imagine I'm not there for that, but I imagine they say they want that air of realness, that UFC style, and she's going a little too far with it.
Yeah, the shadow boxing thing, Dr. Huge. It's just here's the way I could see it going down. And I have no idea because I don't know how they train these guys backstage. But there's a big difference, for instance, as somebody that's worked with actors in the past, between acting for screen and acting for theater. In theater, they tell you to project They want that last person sitting in the last row to be able to know what you're saying, how you're saying it, to get that emotion and everything like that. I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's the way they coach these WWE superstars, because you're in this huge arena.
Television, like
it's
it's
true.
a product.
It is
like,
television.
And like you were there when we were doing the TV show with DZW. It was, what did I always tell them? It's like, you're not working for the hundreds of thousands, the people that attend.
That's my point.
You're working for the camera.
And that's what I'm saying. That's how I told the people at DZW, work for the camera and so on and so forth. Now, I don't know if that's the way they teach them in WWE or not.
That's what they're telling them. That's why you notice they're all looking at the hard cam when they're cutting their promos. They're finding that camera.
This is true.
Like, they're not worried about the people. William Regal even told me, like, when I did my tryout there, is that they don't try to get the wrestling fan. They've already fucking got them.
That's true.
Like, 14,000 people show up at the show. Maybe 1,500 are true wrestling fans. They don't have to worry about them because they got them already.
Absolutely.
What they're trying to do is get you, the dad who's taking his son. Well, maybe not you because you're into wrestling, but the dad who's only there because his son fucking loves wrestling. If you can draw that person in, that's who they're aiming for.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you there. Brooke says I'm a hater. Give her time, Chris.
Yes.
You're just being a hater.
You are a hater.
I am, apparently. You never know, says Juanito. Rousey may pull a shooting star press at Mania. And Mafia says she's doing the best she can. Look, hey, listen, I don't disagree. I don't disagree that Ronda is, if there's anybody who is built for this kind of thing and can probably get it, it's probably Ronda Rousey. That being said, I just feel like the push to get her to where she is as quickly as she is a little bit quick for my taste. But, WWE doesn't write according to my taste. They write according to what they want to do. And that's okay. Don't forget, folks, give us a call here on the program if you want to chime in. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
We'll
Don't
be
be
nice
scared.
832-93-SILKY, 832-937-4559 to get in on the show. They pulled the heart attack tonight, too. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was bad.
It was a pretty bad heart attack.
It was,
Not being a hater.
It was, from a technical standpoint, it was terrible. It's one of the easiest fucking moves to do as a tag team combination. Like, that's a move you don't even need. Like, me and you could do that move.
Sweet.
And somehow she
don't
found a way to fuck
underestimate
it up.
my athleticism, Silky. We
I've
could probably
seen
do
you
a
in
lot
the
of shit.
I've actually trained with you, yes.
Yeah.
I'm overestimating.
Don't hate. More super hearts coming from Alistair Fiend there.
Boom.
No effects. Can't wait to see Charlotte make Ronda tap at WrestleMania and put Charlotte over, apparently. Thank you, Get the Tables, for inviting followers. If those of you who are still with us on the Periscopes, thank you for being with us, first of all. And if you could share the program to your followers and the folks on Twitter, we'd appreciate that. Get some folks to call in here and chat some Monday Night Raw with us. Let's move along to our buddy Elias, who I didn't know this until I was reading up on the preview of what was to come on Raw tonight. And I asked Silky, and to his credit, because he's a smart guy, he almost got the number. I'm going to ask you people in the chat room, and then we'll let it sit for a minute, let some answers roll in. How many matches do you think Elias has had since his Intercontinental title shot at Money in the Bank? You guys chime in on the chat room here. How many matches? Not counting tonight. Prior to tonight, how many matches has Elias had since Money in the Bank? Money in the Bank was a long-ass time ago.
Yeah, it was.
So we're talking last year. How many matches has Elias had? So he came in, and they actually made a match for him against Finn Balor. We know Brooke was happy about that. Because...
No Effect says 2.
Says 2. All right, we'll let him keep coming in.
5.
Mafia says 5.
1.
More with a question mark, as if saying, I don't really know, because I don't remember seeing him
not as much
at all.
None.
Juanito says none. Yeah, actually... This, not including the match tonight, Elias has had exactly 3 matches since Money in the Bank. That's insane. When you think about how much that guy's on television and what a push he gets, and he's got the fucking album thing going and all that kind of stuff. 3 matches.
Hey, you can't I can't be mad at it.
Hey, I'm not going to.
Getting paid.
He's getting paid crazy good money.
He doesn't have to take crazy bumps.
Doesn't have to take bumps.
Like that.
Exactly. 3 matches. And one of them was a tag team match. And then 2 solo matches. So it was good to see him back in action. People made the comment on Twitter, that's fine with me because Elias isn't a top-tier guy.
But, I
think he's a top-tier character. I won't say he's necessarily a top-tier wrestler.
Well, that's to be determined though. Like, but the only way he's going to get there is you got to give him matches.
And that was going to be my question. Would you guys rather see, and I'll ask you this question, so can let everybody else chime in as well. Would you rather see Elias doing what he's doing, or would you prefer to see him in ring more, actually doing some matches? I mean, I don't know. If you give him both, you're dedicating quite a bit of time to Elias, which is not necessarily a bad thing. He seems to be. No Effect says he's over, and I agree. The fans dig him every time he comes out there. He always manages to do the heel thing and get the fans to turn on him, which is great.
Yeah.
He's got a lot going for him.
Which is, I mean, that is a very hard thing to do sometimes because the fans will do what they want to do, and no matter what you want.
Yeah.
But do I think it's... I definitely think I would rather see him in the ring more to progress because, I mean, I don't want just to hear him talk and talk and talk because you can only talk so much. And then especially how they've been booking him, it's like he basically is a guy who constantly, his mouth writes checks his ass can't cash.
And he ends up eating losses.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I would think that getting him more serious, less about like, I'd put him like, give him like a short. We're not talking like a fucking SummerSlam or Survivor Series or something, but maybe one of these bullshit, whatever the fuck, pay-per-views, you know, or super shows or whatever they're doing. Give him a shot at the Universal title. You know, let him eat that loss, but
have a good showing.
Yeah, have a good showing. Kind of like what happened with, I had a lot of hope because he looked good in the Intercontinental match. And at some points I thought he was actually going to take it.
Yeah.
And then when he didn't, I thought, okay, he's definitely going to they're going to build to him taking it. And then he lost it the next night to Ziggler.
Yeah. Well, and they've shown that they'll do that for guys. They did it with Andrade Cien Almas, giving him a shot against AJ Styles almost immediately. And he ate that loss, but he looked great against AJ Styles.
Yeah.
And then you put him in the thing with Rusev and everything.
That is the beauty of this business. It's not about winning. It's how you look in the match.
That's fair.
You can get over more with the crowd sometimes losing, especially as a face. You can get over more with the crowd losing than you can winning.
And it's like I said in the comments here, Elias's gift is his mouth, not his wrestling. And I agree with that to an extent. Now let's see where he can go.
It depends on what your connotation is on his wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I think they're
if you're saying it like derogatory, you know, then that's one thing. But I mean, I'm
assuming, and I don't want to speak for
because and that's the same token with The Rock. His gift was his mouth, not his wrestling. And that's not to say he was a shitty worker, but if we're calling a spade, you know, The Rock talked himself into those 7 fucking world championships.
Totally agree. No Effect says he's doing house shows. So maybe they're getting him ready for a big feud. We'll see. Again, house shows are a lot different. We got one coming up here in Houston this weekend, which we should have gotten tickets for. Maybe we'll still go.
Well, no, DZW show.
Oh, that's right. Silky's going to be in action again this weekend. So, we got that. Alistair Fiend, not a Cien Almas fan, apparently. So
Que pedo? I don't know what. What guy? I don't know. Pedophile?
What do you say? What?
Pedo. Pedo.
Oh yeah, that's Juanito speaking the Spanish. I don't speak the Spanish. He's talking to Alistair Fiend, so maybe Alistair Fiend can translate for us. I don't know. It's one of those things that happens on the program here. We got a big discussion going over here on the YouTubes talking about favorite wrestlers and such because Double G wanted to know who our favorite wrestlers were because he's a relatively new guy.
Favorite wrestlers.
So Brooks got him talking about Finn Balor because,
of course,
which is an okay thing.
Let's see. Who's yours? Like, are we? We got to. That's a kind of
an all-time thing. I think he's just trying to get to know the host, get to know Speez in the benchmark.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. I can tell you everything you need to know. Speez is the dopey-looking motherfucker who always has wrong takes.
Sexiest.
No.
Is what I've been called in the past on the program.
Sexiest. Sexist is what he was actually
what I was called.
And benchmark, me, is the looks.
He's the black guy.
Yeah, and the black guy of the show.
The white guy, the black guy.
There we go.
And Roman Reigns. Believe
Oh.
that, suckers. 832-93 Silky to get in on the phone line. 832-937-4559. What?
832-93.
I'm not
Silky.
doing it. I'm not doing it.
Come on.
I'm not doing it. I'm not singing the goddamn song. I'm not too sweetened. We're not doing that shit.
Yes.
Are we going to Hell in a Cell? I wish we were.
Yeah.
I should have gotten on the tickets earlier because
Yeah.
we could probably still go. But you know, it's.
I don't know how much, depending on how my Saturday night in the rain goes.
Now, Get the Tables will be there. Anthony from Get the Tables, who's with us here in the chat room on Periscope.
But
definitely looking forward to hearing his review of Hell in a Cell. So, yes, Zemi, I don't know how to say your name.
who?
Z, I'm just going to call you Z there, asking if we were going to Hell in a Cell, which unfortunately we're not.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're going to be watching it. I guess
Yes, we will.
That has a benchmark.
Speez, the guy who looks like Louis C.K., as
Boom.
NoFX did say before. Which is,
That is true. You do look.
but
like
I
him.
do not expose myself to my coworkers, so I've got that going for me.
You do.
I certainly do not.
No, I mean you got that going for you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say I expose myself to my coworkers.
I hope not.
Which I
technically
don't.
a coworker. It's only two of us.
Never exposed myself to Silky yet.
I can't stand you.
832-93 Silky, give us a call.
So bad. On so many
Lines.
levels.
Of all the stuff that you say tonight about, never mind, about Enzo Amore's rap career.
Which is true.
Silky be wrestling every weekend, says Juanito. Texas area only.
Mostly. I mean, I
make
do
the jump across to Louisiana every now and then. Yeah.
every now and then. I think I mostly tech Houston and Katy area. I got Corpus Christi coming up.
Yeah, down there with our buddy Pitbull Rue.
Yep.
The gang
Victory
down in
Pro
Corpus.
casket match. I'm looking forward to that.
Very cool.
And that's the week after I do the 3 Stages of Hell match. So, yeah.
Silky's getting it done, man. That's what he does.
Yeah.
We don't call him the
lit.
benchmark of professional wrestling just because it sounds cool.
But it does sound fucking cool.
It does sound cool. And you got it tattooed on your arm, so you got
Boom.
that going for
Right
you, too.
there.
And you got it on the T-shirts, which we're going to have to start pushing those benchmark
I'm
T-shirts.
actually got to get some more. I'm down to like just kid sizes.
And if you're interested in purchasing the benchmark T-shirt with the benchmark logo that Silky has tattooed on his arm, we got them on T-shirts.
Move out the way, Roman.
get
I'm
it.
trying to make it sell.
Hey, look, don't talk this.
I'm trying to make it sell. Boom. Benchmark logo.
See, he doesn't back down, Silky, so don't
I
fuck
will
with Roman.
beat his ass.
Shit.
I mean, that one.
Yeah.
Not the real one. That one, for sure.
Silky, ever wrestle House of Hardcore in Philly or CZW? Ever do the hardcore shit? I know you've been in the ring with our boy, whose name escapes me. No, hardcore guy. I refereed his match with Hambone. He hit him with a chair.
Oh, Masada.
Masada, thank you. Jesus, why did I blank on Masada's name?
I've done plenty of hardcore matches, but no, I have not been to House of Hardcore in Philly well, they travel a lot. Tommy Dreamer
They did come
runs
down
it.
here to Houston and
Yeah,
have their, or did ROW go up to
I think,
New York or Philly?
I think they came down here.
Booker T's got a school down here, gang, the reality of wrestling, and he's got his own promotion going on down here. So he works with Tommy Dreamer sometimes. So
And Alistair, I've been down to the Rio Grande Valley. See, I know what the RG.
Get the Tables wants to know if you're ever up in San Antonio, a little RCW.
No, I haven't been to RCW. That's like one of the few shows I haven't worked, and probably I don't think I will be working. Nothing against them.
Yeah, I need to get up to San Antonio and check out RCW.
I need to
show.
get up really to San Antonio and see get back into the scene down there. It's been a while since I've been to San Antonio.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're interested in the benchmark T-shirt, we'll put them up on the website. Working on the website. I gotta get everything going on up there, and we got another T-shirt design that we've been working on as well.
Yeah.
So trying to get some cool stuff other than just the show.
Yeah.
Some fun wrestling shirts that have some cool shit on it, other than just our show.
And
So-
Paparuski, I have not taken a bump on light tubes. I have been hit in the back with light tubes. I still have the scars from this to this day, and I did get to stab someone in the head with a light tube.
Yeah, he got to stab somebody with a light tube. I stabbed some. sounds like Anchorman all of a sudden.
I stabbed someone with a
I
trident.
stabbed somebody with a trident.
But I mean,
Are you seeing this shit from NoFX fan? You see the effect
Yes.
that you have on the audience.
Yes, let's move Revival to
The
ROW.
Revival are moving
And
to
they-
Booker T's promotion,
And they
What a
still
bunch of
probably
horse
couldn't get
shit.
the tag team titles there.
Absolutely terrible. Just that's just you people. That's just what you guys do. People like to see my face get red.
This is
And,
the Revival after Drew and Ziggler won the tag team titles.
No, 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 no!
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what the Revival did, and they were justified in doing that because it's ridiculous that they don't go get a better push. That one shirt with them warning signs is badass. Yeah, that's the one. I sent the warning warning sign shirt out to a couple of folks. See what they thought of it.
Yeah,
and feedback was positive. Brooke wants to know if you ever done any mixed match wrestling. Let's get to the mixed match challenge here in a minute. But first, have you done any intergender wrestling?
Yes, I have.
You have?
Yes, I've done it all. I've wrestled women, and I've wrestled midgets.
Now, how is it that you can say you've wrestled midgets? If you recall, it's a fun story. We actually, before we did this live show, our podcast was called the Pro Wrestling Recap, and we had to say we had different headlines we would talk about, so on.
No, because
and I talked about midget wrestling, and
No,
then we had to
you talked
re-record
about-
that segment because I referred to it as midget wrestling,
No,
and
you
that was
referred to
offensive.
them. You referred
You
to
just
the
said
group of
I
people.
wrestled a midget. You just referred to him as a fucking midget.
But that's what they were.
That's no fucking different.
It
See,
is.
This
It
is the
sounds-
shit.
because you know what? I'm black.
If I did this
Hey,
shit
hey.
on the show and Silky gave me
Because
shit about
I'm-
it and we had a guest, that guest would jump my shit as well, just like happened
You know
last
why?
week with our friend Kyle King.
You know
and
why?
Silky does this shit, he
It's
just
your
laughs
thing.
it off like, no big deal.
First of all, when your people go through 400 years of slavery, you say what the fuck you want.
Yeah,
you call people what the
exactly.
fuck you want.
Joseph
Your
Cavalier-
people put my people in chains.
Yo,
I'm just
people.
saying.
My
Yo,
fucking people.
So when you say it with the white complexion, it sounds very fucking racist. And
When I say midget, it sounds racist.
they're kind of, are they racist?
That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard.
It's technically genetic, right?
Oh my God. That's
Right.
racist. That's a new one. That calling when a white man calls a little person a midget, it's
now
not insensitive.
Yeah.
It's in fact racist. But when Silky Baines does it, because he's the benchmark,
Because I'm the benchmark.
No
I
problem.
can say that. There's a promotion called fucking midget wrestling.
that's my point. When I said it before,
But
you
you were
and
saying
the lovely
it in
and
a
talented Miss
derogat-
Jennifer threw a fucking
You said it in a derogatory way.
we had to
That was not
record the segment.
Mine was not derogatory. Yours was very much derogatory.
Oh, jeez. 1% of whites, not most of our people. See, Pinky's stepping up. That's right.
Boom. And Chris is definitely in that 1%.
Yeah.
Top 1%
Yeah, because look at me.
of
I'm
racist.
a 1%er. Can't you tell? Exactly right.
Of racist.
That's definitely not true. That's definitely not true.
As you've heard him also often refer to me as the black guy, the darky. You have said this on the air.
Go back and listen to some of the intros for the program here, folks. Welcome to Speez and the Benchmark Show. Chris Spizak, a.k.a. the White Devil.
That was my personal favorite, actually.
And Silky being the Black Angel. Did Silky call Mexican vatos the other day? I sure hope not.
No.
So
I
as
did
not to offend our
Oh, no. I did complain, though, to the referee that the 3 count shouldn't count because he was counting in Spanish and I didn't understand.
I'm pretty sure that's racist.
No, that's not racist.
Just kidding. What he
is
does
white?
is Chris is white. I thought he was red. He always turns red on the fucking show. Let's talk about the mixed match challenge. Get it
That's
on the phone
racist,
lines.
too.
Get it on the phone lines, folks, if you want to give
To
us a
the
call
Native
as we
Americans.
wind down the program here tonight. 832-93-SILKY, 832-937-4559. If you want to call us up and chat with us. Let's talk about the mixed match challenge. I always have trouble throwing that out there, so I have to say it very deliberately there. What do you think of the mixed match challenge this year? Do you like any of the teams in particular? I got to root for R-Truth and Carmella because I think the pairing is brilliant.
Yeah.
And all R-Truth shit about Carmella has been outstanding, and R-Truth is a goddamn national treasure.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Who also happens to be a black man, Silky, so
Okay.
let's take due note of the fact that the
I just
racist
want-
on the show is rooting for the black guy.
I just want to say that when you point that out, it makes you sound more racist.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of like
Like-
saying I have a black co-host. I can't be racist. I have a black co-host.
Yeah. Or I can't be racist. I have a colored TV.
Jesus. Oh Lord, we've totally gone off the rails. See what
Yeah, we
happens
have.
when you guys don't call the show. We have to have to fill time
But
with this
as
silliness.
far as the mixed match challenge, now that they're doing it different, they're not doing that stupid bullshit where it was like they're competing for charities and it's predetermined. So It's like, why didn't the WWE just give that?
Silky was
charity. I'm like,
Silky was talking about that earlier.
Fucking thing ever.
He's like, the winner is going to get money sent to their charity. Like, you know who the fucking winner is. Why not just get? But it added a little intrigue to it.
It was still because I mean,
still real to me. Damn it.
We live in an age where fans know that about the business. They know that it's works. Some of it.
See, now NoFX says you should demand to have a black ref in your matches. That way you have no white devil tricks. Silky actually requests me to be the referee in his matches, which he won't tell you here on the air because he likes to give me a hard time. But
no, I won't. But I have thought of doing more of an Uncle Ruckus from Boondocks gimmick. I think that would be gold, but I haven't yet to find a promoter that would let me do it.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, that's where I like racist towards my own black people. It would be great though.
Okay, well,
2 darkies and 2 quarters don't equal $1. Like, I can come out to just rhetoric that I'm saying. It would be great.
Just spoken word Silky on the PA as you walk out. Just dropping knowledge on everybody. That would be something else. So you got Team Little Big back again, Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. This is some strange matchups.
Like Kevin Owens and
Natalya, which
that's weird.
Kevin Owens is just odd that he's in it at all. You had Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox.
Oh, that's going to be terrible.
That just feels like Alicia Fox is going to go absolutely. She's going to have one of her Alicia Fox moments where she goes completely nuts. Like completely psychotic and just goes apeshit on Jinder Mahal. I think that would be great.
I think that would be entertaining. Of course, Lana and Rusev back. Naomi and Jimmy or Jay, whichever one she's fucking married to.
It's Jay, is it not? Which Uso is?
They literally look alike, and that's not because they're both black. It's because they're fucking twins.
Well, okay, if you say so. You've also got Finn Balor teaming up with Bayley this year. Mixed that up a little bit. And you got Sasha Banks.
Sasha, you heard that.
Stop it.
Let's get this popping.
Sasha Banks teaming up with Bobby Lashley. I don't know. We'll see what happens with the Mixed Match Challenge this year. And you brought this to my attention. So he's actually doing some research for the show. So we got that's good. The finals of the Mixed Match Challenge
will take place at TLC in December.
Tables, Ladders, and Chairs.
Which brings to my third one.
Oh, shit. We got 3 today. Another Negrodamus moment.
Samoa Joe will win the WWE title at Hell in a Cell because, of course, you're not going to have... Charlotte and AJ are going to make it to the finals.
You think Charlotte and AJ are going to the finals.
I'm calling...
Therefore, AJ... Oh, shit. He's just overdoing it now.
I'm calling finals of the Mixed Match Challenge, Charlotte and AJ versus Miz and Asuka again.
Okay.
And because of that, obviously, he's going to lose the title. So, by TLC, Joe will be the WWE champion.
Okay, then.
And yeah.
Negrodamus moment right there.
It'd be so perfect if you hit the Roman thing and he said, you could believe that. But I'm almost positive he won't.
Yeah. It's a joke. Dolph never won the WWE Championship, but Jinder did.
Yeah. Well,
Dolph did win the championship.
He won the World Championship.
I'm sorry. WWE. That's right. It was the World Championship.
And then he lost it.
Oh, Wendy. Exactly. Yeah.
That was great.
One of the great. Joe's done such a phenomenal job building up that match. And we kind of lamented the fact. Let's, as we wrap things up today, let's talk a little bit about what's to come on SmackDown tomorrow. We kind of lamented the fact that Samoa Joe and AJ Styles is not going to be a Hell in a Cell match.
That really irritated the shit out of me. And no offense to Jeff Hardy and AJ. Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton.
Because they've done a great job building that one as well. Yeah, I really think they have.
I'm actually interested. I'm not a big Jeff Hardy fan, but I'm actually interested in this match. But AJ and Joe should be in that cell.
Yeah, I totally agree.
It's foregone. I think the really only reason they could possibly be doing this is to justify Braun and Roman in the main. Because, if you have 2 good matches, AJ and Joe, Roman and Braun in the cells, which one goes on last? You take all that away, you definitely got to put the Hell in a Cell match on last.
That's fair.
But, I mean, and also, Jeff Hardy will probably jump off of the cell.
Yeah, Jeff Hardy's going to do something
I would
insane.
do the Negro Domus, but Chris,
We have had 4 Negro Domus moments already.
And that's too many Negroes for Chris.
Jesus Christ.
You walk right into that one.
There are already how many cell matches? Isn't that an overload? I think there's 2.
Well, there's only 2 cell matches.
As
far as I know right now, it's Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton and
Roman Reigns and Braun
Strowman.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, I guess you could make the argument that it would be a little bit of overkill if we had
3.
Too many of those matches. I think Becky and Charlotte would have been a great one for Hell in the Cell.
Yeah, I think that could have been another one. I'd rather see that than the Jeff and Randy Orton because, I mean, and I've never been a fan of Jeff Hardy. I feel like...
See, I love Jeff Hardy, man.
Like, I feel... And just to rile you up a little bit before we leave, because
we can't get enough of that.
Why is Jeff Hardy the shit, but you talk about Shane McMahon about all he does is jump off of shit. Bitch, what you think Jeff Hardy does?
Are we seriously... Okay, you're definitely just trying to get me riled up because you are not seriously comparing Jeff Hardy to Shane fucking McMahon.
I could say this. I've probably been entertained by more Shane McMahon matches than Jeff Hardy.
That's why you're completely insane. You are an insane person.
But think about it.
An absolutely crazy person.
But the same shit that you're saying Shane McMahon does, Jeff Hardy does. But you love it when Jeff Hardy does it.
That's the only thing of value that Shane McMahon does.
That's the only thing.
The rest of his shit is absolutely terrible.
What do you think Jeff Hardy's shit is?
Silky?
Whisper in the wind that he sometimes may or may...
Getting close to the end of the program here.
He may or may not hit.
I'm going to keep my cool and, not...
I mean, whisper in the wind that he may or may not hit.
Silky, stop it. You got to stop it.
I'm just saying.
I
am telling the truth. See, he's trying to hold me down.
No.
He's trying to, hold me back. My opinion, oppress my opinion, as he's done all show. He's nothing but an oppressor.
Right. The
first of all,
4 Negrodama segments that we've had was me suppressing Silky's.
And then you complain about it.
Any goodwill that you've built with the audience, as far as your wrestling knowledge, is being flushed right down the toilet.
I'm not saying that.
With you talking about Shane McMahon in the same breath as Jeff Hardy.
I'm not saying Shane is better than Jeff. I'm just saying that everything that you say you love about Jeff is what you're saying you hate about Shane.
I have never specifically pointed to anything in particular that I love about Jeff Hardy. Just that I love.
Well, not
Jeff
on
Hardy.
air, but we've talked about it, and you've talked about how you love his Daredevil.
Absolutely.
What the fuck do you think Shane McMahon is? I guarantee you, he's going to jump off the fucking cell. And you're going to love that shit. And then when Shane McMahon did it, you were like, this fucking guy.
No Effect says, typical white wrestling host holding the brother down.
Boom.
That's what it is.
Boom, boom.
And Brooke, who also happens to be, which is another great George Carlin bit if you haven't seen it. Brooke, who also happens to be African-American, saying, stop hating on Jeff, Silky. Can't hate on Jeff Hardy.
I mean, I'm just not a fan of Jeff Hardy.
I get shit for hating on Ronda Rousey, who's been around for less than a year and already has a fucking title.
This motherfucker's been around for like 30 fucking years.
And this guy can hate on Jeff Hardy, one of the greatest tag team wrestlers in the history of the fucking company.
Because Ronda Rousey has not been there long enough to develop. Jeff Hardy has developed where he's going to be. I've seen enough matches to know I don't really care for the motherfucker's
to know that Jeff
work.
Hardy's a bad motherfucker and he's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day.
Deservedly
so.
I'm not doubting that he will be in the Hall of Fame because, he can jump off the wing and everything because that's pretty much what he's known for.
See, here you go. NoFX knows what's up. Shane is a spot monkey. That's
he definitely is. What the fuck is Jeff Hardy? He's not doing catch-can wrestling. He's fucking diving over the ropes. He's fucking climbing to the top of really tall fucking structures and jumping off. Guess who else does that? Fucking Shane McMahon.
Okay, then. Dr. Huge trying to start. Whenever we get into some racial conversation, you could bet that it's like Dr. Huge has radar. He's going to be back here to say, watch it, Speez. I'm watching you always.
And it's not blasphemy. People, I am not saying that Shane McMahon is better than Jeff Hardy. I'm just saying I've been entertained by more Shane matches than I've been entertained by Jeff Hardy matches. I'm
going to stew on that one for a little bit.
Size.
I'm going to stew on that one for a little bit.
I mean, Shane McMahon doesn't wrestle as much as Jeff.
And we're going to compare the careers of Shane McMahon and Jeff Hardy this Thursday night on the Speez and the Benchmark Show, 8 p.m. Central Time. That's 9 p.m. on the East Coast.
Picked Hardy because he's woke.
Jeff actually does more wrestling moves than McMahon. Yeah, of course, Bob Ruski. It's not even up for debate. This is just Silky needling me and trying to give me shit. So that's just the way it goes. Silky, any more insanity that you want to get out there for the people before we say goodnight? And thank you to Sean Neutron, to our friend Juanito over on the West Coast for the phone calls tonight. Thank you all for the Super Hearts. Dr. Huge, Alistair Fiend, Get the Tables. All of you guys that dropped Super Hearts on us tonight. We appreciate that.
Yeah, come see us at the Katie's Elks Lodge this Saturday, September 15th. I'll be punching people around the face. DZW Katie Inc. on Facebook.
DZWrestling.com, at DZ Wrestling on Twitter. For the Benchmark, Silky Baines.
Yo.
Crispy Zach. Speez and the Benchmark Show. Thanks so much for being with us. We will see you Thursday night, 8 p.m. Central. Have a good night, everybody.